Welcome to the After Hour Pod. We are Eastside Academy. It's your boy, Mr. Productions.
It's your boy section. Let's get into it.
Hey. Eagles and Giants, 28-3.
Eagles and poverty. That's what I said. 28-3. That's not good enough, man. We should have dropped 40 on these guys.
I said
But
the same thing.
but
And half those touchdowns should have came from Saquon.
hmm
But hey,
although
Saquon,
Saquon
he a
did
good
go
man.
off, and he got
He didn't want
he
that.
benched himself at halfway through the fourth quarter because he didn't want to break his record. I'm like, all right, cool.
I can respect
But
it.
and it would have been stupid leaving him out there because what if he got injured? You
That
see,
is
like
true.
all sorts of injuries happening in the
All for,
league
vengeance
all,
and a
for
record.
nothing too. They're leaving their soft stars in, I don't know, on a game that doesn't matter, and they're just getting injured at the end. So,
Mm-hmm.
good thing for Saquon staying on the bench. Sirianni tried to send him out. So imagine if Sirianni sent him out and he got injured.
Fired.
And this man was like, "You sure? Because I want to send you out." I'm like, bro, we're up by 20. What do you want to do?
And they benched Daniel Jones.
Yeah, so if the Giants say, all right, it's not worth risking Daniel Jones because the game is unwinnable, right? And you want to still send Saquon out there, that just tells me like this head coach has like, what is he doing? Daniel Jones already played like shit. He ain't scored a touchdown all day. Giants just took him out, saying, all right, it's not worth it just leaving him there because the game's
Mm-hmm.
unwinnable. But Sirianni being up by plus 20 is gonna go to Saquon Barkley on the bench and be like, hey, I want you out there, bro, in the fourth quarter. So things like that, I'm like, this guy's trying to get fired or something.
Even though we've been feeling the way we've been feeling, he did have a great game, Nick Sirianni. He was dominant on the run against the number one pass rush.
Good thing
He
you
was
say
four
that
and three with
number one
AJ
pass rush.
touchdown. He was 4-2 against Hurts with the run. He had a great game.
Yep. But the only way I'm not gonna give him praise because it was still the Giants. And although the
That
Giants
is true.
defense did what they did, the Giants offense is poverty.
Mm-hmm. And then Saquon stats
If he can do
against the
this,
Giants.
if he can do this to the Bengals on Sunday, then I'll give him his praise.
Nah, I
If he
want
can
to see
shut
him do
down that,
this against the
look,
Ravens. And then I'll lighten up.
we all know that's not happening.
I
If
know,
we're
but
being real,
if
the
it
Bengals is
did,
the lowest I'll give it to him. That's not happening.
but what if
But the
he
Bengals
pulls
is
it
the
off against
lowest
the
I'll give
Ravens?
it to him. It won't happen.
No, I'm saying
That
no,
Ravens
just
team,
think, just
that
think.
Ravens team
What if?
outclasses everything we do. Because first thing
True,
they
but what
outclass us
if?
in coaching. That what if is an impossibility, man. It's an impossibility.
Hmm.
Because like even though our defense got looks better, realistically we played the Browns and the Giants. Of course the defense is gonna look better. And even though Hurts still hasn't turned over the ball, what can I say? I mean, if props to him, he's not just stirring it up anymore. But when you play a team like the Ravens and they come in after you 24/7, like he's gonna have to switch up his game plan. He's gonna be chucking balls up there, and Kyle Hamilton is gonna be back there, and Marlon Humphrey's gonna be back there. So when we do play the Ravens, I already got my mind out. I ain't gonna come and expect a good game, and it's probably gonna run away from us as
That is
soon as
true.
the
I
second
did. I
quarter
did pick
starts.
this as one of the games we'll lose.
Fumbles, maybe turnovers. If Lamar doesn't, have a great game on us, maybe the Ravens defense does. So either way, that's why I'm like, yo, if we do something against the Bengals, like impressive, then I'll give Sirianni his flowers. But when it comes to the Ravens, I know we can't win because if you have better coaches than a team, that already that's a solid win on you. So they have the better coaching staff. They have, oh, I won't say they have like a complete better team because that's not true. But when you have somebody like Lamar and he knows like what plays to do and how to come in and just change your offense, and it's just gonna be really hard for the Eagles defense to cover. And
Mm.
I'm still adamant on like no play Slay. He's always gonna be like that unless I see something from
Mhm.
him. I said Quinion Mitchell is holding out over there. If you ever see Malik Neighbors, he got locked up.
Oh yes.
Boy got locked up by Quinion Mitchell. Daniel Jones threw it to him like what? He got three catches, but that's it. And two of them weren't even on Quinion. But boy was over there all day, locked up. Maybe it's Daniel Jones. Who knows? But either way, that Giants offense was poverty. So that's why I'm not gonna give
Nope.
Sirianni his flowers. And if anything, Vic Fangio controls the defense, not Sirianni.
Mhm.
So
But Saquon's performance against the Giants, man,
hmm,
17 runs, 176 yards, one touchdowns, long to 55 yards per carry, 10.4.
that's exactly what we wanted to see.
Mhm.
If they just run the ball, like Hurts don't have to sit back and throw the ball 30 times a game. That makes no sense. If you got Gainwell and you got Saquon Barkley, you can run the ball. Like you see what the Lions are doing, right? They got Jamar
Yeah.
Gibbs, right? They got Jamar Gibbs and David Montgomery. You don't need to like Jared Goff don't need to throw the ball 30, 40 times a game. If you got people like that in the backfield. And the Lions are running the ball down anyone's throats. No Diddy. But that's what we gotta do. If you ask me, Saquon Barkley is better than both of them. Gainwell, of course, Gainwell has his times and he can get there.
Mhm.
And we have the O line to do it. Given though Becton's injured again and what was it? Left tackle's down, I think, for another 2 games. Jordan Mailata. But still, like it's like the identity is the O line. We still managed to run that much times on the Giants defense, which is not shit. That's the only thing about the Giants that's not shit. So if Saquon can do that, and Gainwell came in and he got like what 50 something yards. Like Gainwell came in, he did his thing too. So for any reason, Hurts gotta throw the ball 30 times a game or more. And two, he threw the ball what 14, 15 times during the Giants game.
Mhm.
I think that's the identity of the team. Run first, like create the run, do a little play action maybe, then throw the ball. But if the team knows they're gonna sit back there and throw the ball, of course all the receivers are gonna get locked up. Like Saquon being in the backfield and not getting used makes no sense. And that's how we lost the Buccaneers game. Went 3-and-out like real early because for some reason Hurst is just throwing the ball and not running it. Like, does the Bucks defense scare you that much you don't want to run the ball? And even when you throw it, you're not getting anywhere.
Mm.
So stuff like that gets the head coach in trouble. He didn't he
But
didn't pay Saquon Barkley to throw the ball 30 times.
that is
Ah,
true. But Other than the Giants defense that did very well, our defense did very well. Kobe Dean with 2 sacks, Carter with 2 sacks, Nolan
Mhm.
Smith with one.
And look,
Finally,
again, it's the
Bryce
Giants'
Huff with
offense.
one.
And this is why I'm not going to give credit because the Giants' offense is poverty. I said last week that even Huff could get a sack this
You
week
did.
because of how trash this the offense was. That old line was getting blitzed like a lot. Like Vic Fangio was so comfortable. I think he was sleeping in this game with how the defense was playing. 3 points all game is crazy. I I'd hope Branson would get a sack. So
Yep.
Nolan Smith
And
got the
Josh Sweat
first one too.
and Hunt.
Yeah, Sweat got the second. Jalen Carter got two. I think Moro Joma got a combined sack. Brandon Graham got a combined sack. Like everybody was eating that day.
Yep.
So I'm not surprised. Because if Daniel Jones was out there throwing absolutely to ghosts, he was throwing to ghosts all game. So Neighbors got locked up. Slayton got locked up. The
Hmm.
tight end was the only guy that was open, but even still, Jones couldn't even find him. I'm like,
And Quentin Mitchell, man,
what is going on? Yeah, Quinton Mitchell's probably
he
going to
is
be.
fourth in the NFL when it comes to pass breakups and third in focus incompletions.
He's probably going to be a rookie of the year on defensive side if he keeps playing like this. He's due for an interception soon too.
Oh
Could have
yes,
had one if
he
CJ
wants
didn't
that
fucking.
interception.
He nearly got one Neighbors too because Neighbors hit him at the last second. As I said, Jones can't. I Giants made a crazy mistake paying him over Saquon. Oh, he's our quarterback. We drafted him in the first round, so we have to pay him. That's basically what they're saying. And then Saquon coming in, he could
Could
have
have
had
had Russell
200
Wilson.
yards. They could have did that too. But they paid Danny. Like Dan Jones can't play quarterback. He looks like a tight
They
end
could have
trying
had
to throw
Justin
the ball out
Fields.
there. He's gonna do that too. If the
But
Giants are
they
smart,
said, "Hey, Jones is the future."
if the Giants are smart, they try to trade him, but I don't know like which they can team would try to take Daniel Jones. Maybe the Raiders, because they're desperate.
Don't do it. Don't do it to the Raiders.
Nah, man, they're desperate. They gave away Devontae Adams, so they got money to
I
spend.
mean, we knew that was gonna happen.
And Max Crosby's probably leaving because he ain't happy over there right now. He shoved the
Nah,
coach last week.
he wants to at least be there for a while. He said that himself.
Well, he's although he said that, man, he wants to win. Like you are not on a winning team, my guy.
But I'll say this: if you do want to leave, you can always come to the Eagles or my Packers. Either
You have
way,
to get rid of Huff first.
you'll get paid.
Hmm. We'd have to get rid of Huff first.
Yep. Oh,
That man is not it.
who's gonna take on that contract?
The Raiders. Like I said they're
uh,
desperate, man. They're desperate.
man. And then the Eagles released Paris Campbell.
Hmm.
This is the
People are
second
saying that's
time.
a sign.
I think the first time was a cut, right?
Yeah, you got cut then brought back.
Then we brought him back, and then he got released. It's just man, when he had his moment to step up when AJ Brown and Smith were out, it's
News for
just
Campbell was gonna be like
he that went his way. And then when they came back, he just got put back in the back seat. It's just mm-mm-mm.
Max Campbell go. People are saying, please Max Crosby.
Mm. DeMar,
We want Max Crosby because
you frozen on your end.
Oh,
Okay,
it is?
now you get it.
Okay.
But
But I'm
speaking of
saying like,
the trade deadline and pass rushers,
mm,
because we need some pass rushers. I have
yeah.
some pass rusher targets that we could get, and how we could trade for, which I can see him trading for some of them. Number one,
Hmm.
Miles Garrett. He's been interested. Chase Young, uh, Josh
You're
Uchi,
probably a player
hmm um, Darius Smith, and Harry Laundry the third. Those are the guys that I have how we making a move on. But with Miles, it's gonna take a lot more. It's gonna take two firsts, two firsts and a player, or two players at least. Everybody else is gettable. But I can still see
from
you
from
know
where the Brown season is going right now, and they don't have Deshaun Watson.
because I can see him pulling it off. Like Chase, we can get him. Josh, we could get him. Smith, we'll get him. But the difference is with Smith is with age. That's the only thing. Uh, Laundry, we can get him from Tennessee because they ain't really doing much, and he's doing great over there. But the biggest trade rumor during the trade deadline that's been going around is that the Rams have been calling multiple teams to trade former Super Bowl MVP Cooper Cup, and they only want a second round for him. So now, do the Eagles bite on that and take that? Because he would be great in the wide receiver 3 position. Man, that would help out a lot because it's like who's stopping
And
that? Brown,
the
Smith, Cup, and Goddard.
nah, that division is poverty. That division is poverty. Broncos, Chargers, no, fuck no, Raiders, no. That division is poverty.
So can you see us
As long as back there,
getting Cooper Cup?
oh, as long as
Because all
I
they
don't
want is a
know,
second
man.
rounder.
I think because the thing with Cup now, I think it's gonna be a bad look for Howie to trade for Jahan Dotson and he's not getting used, and then trade for another receiver. I just think it's gonna be a bad look on him.
I mean, you could send Dotson over there with that second round pick.
Yeah, you could, but we have like AJ Brown and Devontae Smith here already, and
You got Cooper Cup as
you
that
got Cooper
third.
Cup. I don't know, man. Somehow I think Hertz is gonna say, "All right, I can't really feed Cooper Cup the ball much because we got our two-star receivers here. If he's gonna be here, he's gonna be like a third option. But if you got a
I
guy
think
like Cooper Cup, you have to give him the ball.
I feel like Cooper Cup would take that Edelman role. He sees that he's a little bit older, and he's
Mm.
gotten everything that he's wanted. Sure, he's still a little bit more hungry, and he wants some more. But he knows AJ and Smith, this is their turf. So he'll let them get majority of the reps, and he'll get the reps, here and there when it comes, we need that first down when we're, third down or fourth and something. But it wouldn't really be a fourth and something because we know we're gonna go for the brotherly shove.
Yeah.
So it's mainly gonna be like those third down or the red zone situations. Because remember, we used to be number one as the red zone third. And that'd be like
Mm.
29th. And he
Well,
would kind of help out with that.
mm. I was thinking we'd sign a tight end because Goddard being out again.
Mm.
I mean, Grand Calcutta is great and all, but she's not really it's not really a threat. That team should be like putting their number one
Yep.
safety on. So if we trade for a tight end, maybe it'd be somebody who's experienced, big guy, right? But
Zach Ertz.
and I was no, no.
Bring him home, bro. Bring him
We already
home.
tried. We already tried doing
I'm
that.
tired of seeing all this.
We tried doing that, man. We tried doing that, but it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. I was thinking more of a Mark Andrews.
Nah,
I think the Ravens would
Ravens
gladly
ain't
let
giving
him
that
leave.
up.
They would, man. Likely is the number one tight end now. The Andrews after that leg injury, they say like he slowed down. He's dropping balls now. But the last game he had it was pretty good. But the majority of the season, like he didn't look to himself. Like that's what people have been saying. Like he's gonna get traded or it's gonna be like his last year in the Ravens.
Mm.
And they wouldn't ask for a first. I mean, Mark's not young anymore, and they probably asked for like a third or a fourth conditional third. With that experience, I think it'd be good for Hurts to have Mark Andrews there.
Mm-hmm. But let's get into these questions. And my first question to you is this Eagles defense legit?
No, no.
I'm um I'm 60%, with it. Not that high, but I'm there. All
Mm,
right, that answers my question.
mm.
The second question: how do you feel about the Eagle players of the future? Carter, Dean, Smith, Mitchell, and
Well,
DeJean.
I feel like it's gonna be good either way. You got the young players. Um, they're still developing. They're still developing. I mean, new defensive coordinator, you can only get better, I guess. Can't get any worse than how it was with the Bucks. But
Mm.
I have no doubts that they'll one day be the veterans of this team. So Nolan Smith, he has promising. He's promising. So I feel like one day he will be the top defensive like lineman of that team. Jalen Carter, if he keeps going and if he keeps getting better, then he's going to be battling with Nolan Smith, who's going to be better. As I said, Jalen Carter is going to get like the most pressures in the NFL one day. That's what I believe in. Cooper DeJean still working his way around in the team. Uh, he's not done anything wrong yet, so that's a good sign. Quinion Mitchell, not gonna say much about him. I mean,
Mm-hmm. That's my
he's
dog.
locking people up. So
Mm-hmm.
you want to know who I'm really worried about, man? That boy, no play Slay, man. I gotta talk to you real quick, man. What you doing? What you doing out there, man? No play Slay. That's your new name, man. You out there? Come on, dog.
You can't be running your mouth. You apologized already, but you can't be running your mouth, man. Come on, man. You gotta be better. You gotta do better. All right.
He better.
That's
There's a
all I
trade
gotta
gonna be
say.
calling for him.
All I gotta say. And it's funny because he was nearly traded to the Ravens the year before this one. That he said out on his podcast, like I was about to pack up my locker, right? Until Howie called me back and gave me the extension. They're saying like, oh, the Ravens were on the phone and they wanted to trade him since was Marcus Peters heading out, so they wanted to trade him to the Ravens.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a last minute thing where Howie was like, fuck it, we're gonna pay him. And ever since he got paid, man, it has not been impressive. It's not. It's been
Old man Slay.
pushing 35 right now, man. That's dangerous. You can't have a cornerback that old being one on one out there with all these
Especially with
new
these
superstars.
young receivers.
You're gonna get cooked. That's why like the free safeties most likely who was like CJ or Cooper, whoever rotates, is gonna be on Slay's side because Slay's gonna play like underneath zone because he's not gonna run with these youngsters. And I don't like doing that. I'd rather have a young corner there with the safety help. So that's why we have
Mm-hmm.
Eli Ricks in the back and Kelly Ringo. So yeah, man. Either way, I think this got to be Slay's last year here. If we want to be a dominant team and how we want to build a young roster, like Slay can't be the starting quarterback going in the next season. Like he just can't. And if Ricks and Gringo is not good enough for some reason, because I think they are, if they're not good enough, go ahead and trade for another corner or draft one. Draft one who you think will like be shut down.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd just trade for one. I wouldn't really draft another corner, but that's just me.
Mm-hmm. What is the biggest thing holding the Eagles back from their prime form? And is it something that we can fix?
Oh, you already know what it is. Everybody already know what it is. It's that little devil next Sirianni, man. Let me talk to y'all again real quick. You see that brother next Sirianni? That brother got rocks in his head, man. We could have won against the Falcons. We could be 5-1
We
right
got
now.
something.
We could have been 5-1 right now, but he wanna not kick the ball twice. He wanna do that trick play to Saquon. I guess Saquon dropped the ball, but still, you don't do that on 4th inches. You don't run that play on 4th inches. But either way, that man Nick Sirianni. I don't know if you watch ESPN's spin-off thing apart from what Stephen A says, where Rex Ryan was there and he was going off on Nick
Mm-hmm.
Sirianni saying he's a clown. I agree. That man is a clown. Because if you're gonna beat the poverty Browns and run your mouth, then you're gonna come here at the Giants, another poverty team, offensive wise, and you're gonna still have the confidence like that you can beat anybody. I know you're the head coach, you gotta have that confidence, but like, look, realistically, you're not him. You're holding this team back, man. So the answer is Sirianni. It is Sirianni. He just has to mature more as a coach, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Do better decisions, man. Like you have Dan Campbell, then you have Nick Sirianni.
Mm-hmm.
Dan Campbell will go for it too. He will do the risky plays. But the thing is, he's Dan Campbell. He's going to be the head coach at Detroit for the next 10 years, if anything. So, but Sirianni, his play calling doesn't make sense. Because you have aggressive make sense, then you have aggressive don't make sense. And the don't make sense is Nick
Yeah.
Sirianni.
So yeah, that guy just got to get his stuff together, and we can't for no
Mm-hmm.
reason. I have to see that we're throwing the ball more than running it for no reason. Even if we're down by 2 scores, if you don't set up the run game so the linebackers can respect it, if they know you're gonna sit back and pass all day, it's gonna be easy for the defense. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. And final question before we move on to the NBA. Pick any player for Howie to trade for that you would want at any position.
Mm. I was just talking about no play slay right there. So I was gonna go for Saints Paulson Adebo, the cornerback, but he's injured.
Mm-hmm.
But I liked his game very much. I was gonna say, all right, why not? If not him, Lattimore, but Saints would really not rather give up Lattimore. But we're thin on linebackers right now, and I'm thinking if we want to have, if we're gonna bring a linebacker, he has to have experience, and he has to like be able to rotate with Dean and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking, hmm, this is probably a toss up, but I was thinking Edmonds for the Bills. What was it?
Mm.
We could trade for him. John Tremaine Edmonds. No, not Bills. He got traded from the Bills to the Bears. So yeah, Tremaine Edmonds on the Bears. He's not really having a crazy season right now, but I think we could give a second round pick for him, and he'd be like a star veteran in the backfield. Like if you think about how the run game kind of like is our problem here, how like any team can just run the ball on
Mm-hmm.
us. The only reason the Giants didn't do that because they don't have a running back back there. So
Don't.
and Browns didn't even have Chubb when we played. So that's the only reason we look good versus them. But if we had like a solid linebacker like Tremaine Edmonds, it would work out
Mm-hmm.
because he has the height, he's physical, he's 26. Like you don't see 6'5" linebackers in the league much. If you're
No, you
going to be
don't.
6'5" going to the league, you're either going to be a right wide receiver, a tight end, or like a lineman. That's it. You could be a quarterback, but like you got to be a quarterback for like since middle school. And this man was always defense. So yeah. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Jermaine Evans would be my guy.
Okay.
I think the Bears would be willing to give him up for a second.
But let's move on to the NBA. That brings
It
an
does
end
move
to the
hold
NFL
on.
section.
It does.
So now we're moving into the NBA. The NBA is finally back.
It
Now,
is.
oh boy. If you did not know, I'm a Cleveland Cavaliers fan. Section, Miami Heat fan.
Unfortunately, a Heat fan. Unfortunate.
Yep. And last night was the beginning of the start of the new season. Raptors, Cavs. Hey, it was a battle. It really was. But hey, the better team won. And my boy Mitchell went off. Evan Mobley went off. Garland,
Crazy how we could have
Cavaliers
traded for Donovan Mitchell
136.
too.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Cavaliers 136. Raptors
Pat Riley is
106.
really the Heat's biggest enemy.
uh Cavaliers best performance on that court, Evan Mobley, 25 points, 8 rebounds, and he was 64 from the floor.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what we wanted from Mobley. Defense, we knew what he was going to bring. It was just offensively, you know, with, Mitchell and Garland being there and they handle the ball. And you have Max that's there and he handles the ball, and, way when he, he's in and out of the rotation. It's more of like, what does Mobley do? And, on the floor when it comes to offense. But hey, he showed out.
Showed up.
But instead of me talking about my Cavs today, talk about your Heat section.
Oh, well, I'll talk about the Heat. I'll talk about the Heat. Tell me something, right? Pat Riley is the Heat's biggest enemy. This offseason, Mans did nothing. Nothing at all. You want to retain Jimmy Butler, but you're not going to give him any help, any pieces. We want to be confident that the players that we have now will, I don't know, take us back to the championship. This is the worst team, and I'm not downplaying like Triple J or like Bam or anything, but this is the worst team help wise. Because if we can't get like the formation going, and Tyler Hero's being here and not doing anything when we could have traded him seasons ago for Dame, and Donovan Mitchell is still like we could have traded for Donovan Mitchell like 2 seasons ago as well. But like I'm like, what are we doing? And it's not like we don't have the money. It's like I guess he doesn't see these players being impactful to the Heat. So last night when we played, well not last night, but like when we played the Magic,
Orlando Magic.
I know all the Magic fans are going around saying, "Oh, we're the best in Florida. Oh, nobody can beat us in Florida. We're them." Well,
Mm-mm-mm.
Pat Riley, you're going to the Guangdong Tigers. You're gonna go to the Guangdong Tigers if you keep this shit up. Yeah, I don't know if you just love making your job harder, but if the Magic can beat us by 20, and the game was over since the third quarter because we couldn't come back at all. It was like 54-53 approaching the end of the second quarter. And before you know it, we were still on 53 points and the Magic had 70. And I'm like, what the hell happened? It's like they were going down there and just handing them the ball. Like, here you go score. And then you want to say that's talent. Tyler Hero is not talented. I keep saying this every season. He's just a big game player or a big name player, right? Oh, he came out of college and he was doing this and that. That's not gonna help us win that championship. This brother should have been traded as soon as they asked for Tyler Hero, and we could have got Dame. He should have been packed up. But like because he was a first team pick, right? We needed that. We needed him, and like even when he was there, he was injured. So we could have had Dame right now, and that would have been solid help for Jimmy because even Jimmy wanted Dame. I mean, Hero went out there and he fucking, you wouldn't even think he was playing. I mean, that brother's not him, and this is exactly why we're gonna lose Jimmy because Jimmy's 35 now. He's not gonna get any younger. It's either now or never. But if we had guys like Bam, just because Bam is still doing his thing, like he's rotating, he's going to the 3 and the 5. Then you have Triple J. You know, he's talented, but like you can't just do it all on your own with just two players, right? Duncan is still doing his thing. I mean, we let Stress walk for nothing, just for Stress Light being Tyler Hero to just come in here and get the ball and just turn it over almost every time. Gabe Vincent we let go as well. For what? Caleb Martin again for what? So and we did nothing to replace all those players. It's 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 like we want to be the worst team in the league. Like we're competing against the Pistons right now. So not that hey,
Shout
I'm
out to
not
the Piston
taking
fans.
anything away. I'm not taking anything away from the Magic, but like almost everybody would have predicted the Heat to win that game. And that was the one of the poorest shits I ever seen. And I know people are gonna be in like comments like, "Oh, it's one game. You can't look." You play as how you play the first game, right? If you're gonna lose to the Magic like that, 20 unanswered points. You know how bad that is in basketball. If you can make that happen, then the season's over after the first game. You might as well just hang up the banner. Thank you. Hang up the thank you banner after the first game. Thank you, Heat fans. Heat eliminated from the playoffs. That's if we make the playoffs. Shit. I would rather
Mm-mm-mm.
not, because if this team is the team we're gonna send in the playoffs to go first round against, I don't know, the Knicks, then shit, we're gonna get swept.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not impressive, man. The only good thing
Yep.
is like Triple J is working his way into being like not Jimmy Butler's replacement if he leaves, but like he's working his way to being like the star player of the team. I'd say it would be Bam, but like Bam's more defensive minded right now. So and yeah, I think if I'm Jimmy and I have like my name to myself and I'm gonna be the big player I want to be, and I want to win a ring, he's not gonna win a ring here. Not while Pat Riley's here. Nope, not at all.
Uh-uh.
We went to the
Not
championship
here.
twice. Twice. Got beat by the Bucks and got out. I guess outmanned because they had bigger guys by the Nuggets. But like, because like either way, Jimmy did not have the help. Well, losing the Nuggets, he didn't have the help. During the Bucks, that was a winnable game. We could have won that championship, but I guess Pat Riley just says, you know what?
Oh,
We
wait, hold on.
what?
There's one more.
Remember
The
what?
Lakers.
What about the Lakers?
No, you faced the Lakers. Y'all faced the Lakers, right? In the finals.
Yeah. The reason I'm not talking about that is the bubble.
Don't do that. Come
Well,
on, don't
all
do
right,
that.
if you want me to do that, that Lakers team was still better.
Hmm.
That version of LeBron, like first year LeBron in the Lakers, he was different. AD wasn't injured, right? They still have everything they had. Um, who was the shooting guard back then?
Danny Green.
Was Danny Green?
Mm-hmm.
Was Caruso there?
Yep. And
All right,
Kuzma. The
Kyle
White
Kuzma was
Howard.
there. Mm-hmm. So
J.R.
and
Smith.
mm-hmm.
Who else?
Oh, the German dude. Well, what's his name? The black dude, kind of smallish.
Um, um,
He was a factor in that series.
he was. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Hmm.
Oh my goodness, his name's not coming to my head.
The
But yeah,
Lakers
they had a
always
great
trying to bring
team.
him back every season. Yeah, they had a great team. We just got outclassed almost every time. And because
True.
that
Okay,
was
I
a
see why you didn't want to
bloodline,
mention that year.
yeah. So
Yeah, because
yeah,
against the Nuggets, y'all, man, it was
it
just
was
Jimmy,
it was
Bam, and
bad because
everybody else.
it was basically tall guys versus little guys. The tallest guy we had
Hmm.
versus the fucking Nuggets was Bam, and Bam was like the fourth tallest guy on on the team on the field, I should say. Bam was never gonna cover Jokic, never.
Hmm.
So yeah, man, not much to talk about the Heat. One game, and that was a poor game. For them to bounce back from this, I'd need to see something special. But then again, this shit really happens every year. Heat loses to the trash teams and beat the big team somehow. But this time, I think it's gonna be different. I think this team's really, really trash this time. I think
Have
we're
faith
gonna
in your
lose.
team, man. Have faith.
No, it's been 5 years, man. Watching this shit. I miss LeBron, man. He
You
should be
missed D
here.
Wade too.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. LeBron should be here right now, man. LeBron plus Bam plus Jimmy. Oh, he should be here right now.
Mm-mm-mm.
And his son, all of his son's trash.
Well, let's not do that to Bronny. Bronny's still learning.
Yeah, still
I
learning
said
in the
this in
first
his in
team is
Bronny's third
crazy.
year. That's gonna be his breakout year.
Still learning in the first team is crazy.
But
But yeah, we'll see.
man, I've
There's nothing much
how
to
you're
say.
sounding about the Heat. Oh, I feel bad for you this season.
Well,
But
get ready.
my
You're gonna see a
Cavaliers.
lot of. Well, here we go.
Ah man.
You're just lucky that you have Donovan Mitchell. That's all I'm saying. Because we could have had
it
him.
it don't matter. Max Struess, Garland, Mobley,
Oh yeah,
Allen,
Max
D
Juice,
Wade,
another guy that the
Isaac
Heat didn't want to
Okoro.
play. Shit,
Well, Max is hurt.
Max
I
Juice,
think
another
he
guy that
came
Heat
out for
said, you know
6
what,
weeks.
he's not good enough. Let's just get him with Pat Riley. Count your days, man.
Thank you, Heat fans. Thank you,
Well,
Heat
you're very welcome.
organization. Thank you, Heat
You're very
players.
welcome.
Thank you, Miami. Woo.
Miami get rocks for brains down here, man. Oh, we want to win a championship.
Mhm.
Oh, you want to win a championship? Let's sign the big game players that actually got us to the championship. No, let's just let him walk. Wait, you're gonna let Caleb Martin walk? Yes. Gabe Vincent walk? Yes. Max Strus walk? Yes. You're gonna keep Tyler Hero that was injured for the whole season? Yes.
Throw that whole season in the trash. The
So
first half, I'll say.
what kind of help are you gonna give Jimmy Butler? Well, we're gonna hope that the players that we have now are gonna step up into the roles that we want them to.
That's a lot of waiting.
So Bam is still gonna be the center for the team, yes.
What happened to that Jokic guy?
Jovic, he's there, but he's rotating with Bam.
Honestly, I would have him
Him
as a
him
center.
being him being that tall, you think he's the center, but apparently he's still inexperienced. So Bam has to be in the 5 too. So
Mm.
and this is why they got Kevin Love. But the thing about him, they don't
You're
trust
welcome,
him.
Heat fans.
No, I'm like Shaq.
Oh, it feels good to be a Cavs fan.
I bet it does. But shit, this
Max
is
Strus
terrible.
for
Man.
Kevin Love. What more can you ask for? We are the land.
This is gonna
But
be a
even
long
though
season.
I'm happy for my Cavaliers, we're gonna have our ups and downs because this shit
Oh yeah.
always happens with us,
Well, I'm just saying. At least you're gonna have
especially in
ups.
the
We're
middle
just
of the
gonna have the
season.
downs and downs. You're gonna have the ups and downs. We're gonna have the downs and downs.
Mhm. But you have any questions for my Cavaliers for me to answer? Any downs or ups going into this
Yep.
season or the first half?
Yep. When you do make the playoffs, what seed you think you'll be?
Um, this year,
Judging by what you've seen
fourth,
in the first game, fourth seed. Okay.
fourth. It makes sense.
What's in the East? Okay. And who's your most underrated player on the team, or best six man on the team?
Best six man.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, if I had to give it to anybody, it'd be Karis LeVert.
Mm.
I'll give it to him. If not him, like if he was on the team, then I would give it to D Wade.
Who?
D Wade.
Dwayne.
Yes,
Okay.
we have a D Wade on our team.
Got you.
Yeah.
Got you. And I'm like, oh
If
shit.
it hmm.
Well, all right.
But
You got any depressing questions for me?
I don't have depressing questions.
Uh,
um okay. Uh when the Heat do, you know, trade Jimmy,
uh,
where do you
let's-
see the Heat at
we're gonna be fighting
this
with the
season?
Pistons. We're gonna be fighting with the Pistons for the worst team in the league. That's what's gonna happen. Because when we do trade Jimmy, Pat Riley's not gonna replace him. He's not gonna. He's gonna think a player that we have right now is gonna step up into Jimmy's role. That's the way he thinks. Like that's the worst GM mentality in the league. Imagine if Howie Roseman was like this. Shit.
It'd be
Oh yeah,
over.
we're not gonna get any superstar players. We're just gonna expect the players that we have now to be big time. I'm like, my guy, you want to win,
That's not
right?
it.
If you want to win, you gotta get winning
That's not the
players. It's
mentality you would
common
want.
sense. I mean, you don't want to give
Okay.
extensions to those players that got us there, but yeah, who knows? Pistons might even
What
beat us
are
right.
what are three players you would want to trade for, you know, when the trade deadline comes around that you would think will improve the Heat?
Hmm. Well,
What are three
let me
players
keep
that you
it.
could
Let
think
me
of?
keep it to Pat Riley's level, because keep it to the realistic level. We're gonna trade for a center, right? An experienced one, because Bam can't keep going back from 3 to the 5. So whichever experienced center we trade for, maybe. Oh no, but no, I was just thinking about.
Who'd you think about?
Take a guess.
Brook Lopez?
No. Think a bit lower.
Um,
Not that old yet, but
Clean.
he's a veteran. Veteran center. His name is big. Well, it used to be.
Dwight Howard?
No. Fuck no. Wait, that's sad. It's sad, but it ain't gonna be that sad.
Mm, Drummond.
There you go.
I had
Andre
to
Drummond.
think. And he's still with the Sixers?
Here he is.
Oh, if y'all get
But
Drummond, it's over. He only know one thing: rebound and blocks. What's scoring? If it ain't in the paint, I don't know.
here the thing is, right? I think he'd work out just because of what he knows defensive wise.
The thing
Like,
is,
who cares what we
I
do
don't think he
offense?
would do good
But
as a
like,
starter.
hmm?
He'd be good like as a rotational piece. He'd be good
But
depth.
we're already rotating, and it's not working. So and he's not gonna be like a crazy. We won't have to give anything crazy for him because he's not that guy anymore. He's still a good rotation player, but he's been plagued with injuries here and there. He's not getting like 20, 30 points a game like he used to.
Mm-hmm.
But I think he fit. And who knows? Maybe he'll be better over here.
True. That is true.
There's
Um,
there's another player I could give you. Um, Zach Levine, maybe. Well, we need if we're gonna have, but we need to trade a hero either way because he's not working out. Zach Levine could be that guy to step up. I mean, we have the cap. We could trade a first. I don't know. Bulls will gladly let him go because like they have like a great rotation going on. I see Zach Levine being like somebody here who could step up. Let
okay.
me see who else. Who else? Who else? Who else? Brandon Ingram, maybe. Brandon Ingram,
Mm,
I think that would be interesting.
that's a great pick.
Um, he'd be good to replace Hero. At least he's a proven guy, you know. Um, the Pelicans don't look like they want to extend him, so why not? And Brandon Ingram, his only issue is injuries, but like when he's there, he's basically lights out. He can't do anything, you know, by himself. But like if he has somebody like Bam beside him and somebody like Triple J right there, he's gonna take the game over. Like Butler doesn't have to do it all by himself, so Brandon Ingram would be a great addition here. So I don't know why the Pelicans don't want to give him an extension yet. It's probably a Pelicans thing. They're not really the greatest franchise when it comes to handing contracts out. But if we can
That
get
is
somebody
true.
like him here, then the season could be turned around.
Mm.
So
Me
yeah,
personally,
those
I
are
could
my two
see y'all
players.
trading for Brooke
Don't say trade.
Lopez.
Don't say, okay. Thank God. Brooke Lopez.
Yeah.
Oh man, does it come with the walking cane too or the wheelchair?
No, it comes with his brother.
Old
You
man.
get both Lopez brothers.
What?
You know that's how the deal works. It's like
I
if
know,
you're trying to trade for Giannis, you're going to get his brother too. I'm not going nowhere unless my brother come with me.
bro. They're both 36 though, man. I
Hey,
mean,
Brooke
they're
don't play
they're
like it.
huge. I mean, they're big. They're 7'1". Both of them are 7'1". That's great, right? But like, think of it as a long term thing. They're both gonna be 37 soon. So
Keep him for 3 years.
till they're 40. Shit, I don't know.
Just keep him for 3, and then
Oh,
out the
it
door.
could work.
He could.
I just don't know. I want the team to get younger, if anything.
Oh,
But
it will.
like bringing the Lopez brothers here, yikes!
Honestly,
Good
you
thing
said
our GM is Pat
Zach
Riley. He doesn't
Levine.
think like us. Hmm?
I would honestly want y'all to trade for not Zach Levine, but
Oh,
mm,
not Trey
you know
Young.
what? I wasn't gonna say Trae Young.
Okay,
Honestly, I've been wanting Trae Young to go to the Spurs. That's just me.
Trey probably gonna get traded too. He's gonna want to be traded
I'll
himself.
say Lonzo Ball.
Who? Huh? Uh,
Lonzo
Lonzo Ball.
as a depth player, not as a starter,
I wouldn't even
not
want
as
to
a
give up
starter.
Hero. I mean, that man has not been. He's been gone for a while, and he comes back, and
He had to recover. He had some injuries.
oh, I know he had some injuries, but like he was basically Tyler Hero without a team. I mean, shit, he'd have to come here for cheap, and then
They
prove
will.
that he
This
can.
Chicago. They're trying to
It's Chicago,
fix up
but
problems that
like,
they created.
yeah,
They're going to give him away.
hmm,
Now, a starting piece that can actually help y'all in the starting lineup, I'll say, because you hit the nail on the head with Brandon Ingram. Brandon Ingram. Um, but I'll say another piece that'd be good for y'all.
don't say Ben Simmons. Don't say Ben
I
Simmons.
was not going to say Ben Simmons.
Dejounte Murray,
3 years, yes.
because he's been
three
linked with
years
the
ago,
Heat
I would have
for
said Ben
so
Simmons.
fucking long. Dejounte Murray. If we gotta take
Mhm.
somebody from Atlanta who is not Trey, we gotta take Dejounte.
Well, he's not with Atlanta no more.
But he's not.
Nah, they've been through his ass out.
Where is he now?
I don't even know where. If I could take a guess, I'll say um
What the fuck? He's with the Pelicans, ain't he?
he's with the Pelicans.
I think he is. Because I remember seeing him in a Pelicans jersey.
Hold on. Now we gotta do some research. Hold on.
If that's the case, then they're definitely not gonna let him go.
I mean, as you said, they are the Pelicans.
Oh my god.
Yep, he's with the Pelicans.
Jesus Christ.
Well, I tried to give your Heat some chances. Can't say I didn't try more than Pat Riley.
Let's just go all out and get Kevin Porter Jr. Let's just go all out. Give him two firsts. But
No, no,
just just do it.
no.
I'm
I
desperate.
had that man on my team. He's a great player when when he has the hot hand. When he doesn't, he's a good player. But that locker room, he's not mature. You'll need that for the locker room.
He's still young. He's still young. And
Y'all
if it
could take
was
what's old boy's name from the Rockets? Because honestly, they don't need him. They've been doing good without him, in my opinion. Green.
oh Nah, man. You're good,
I think we're
man.
thinking the same thing.
Yeah, we are.
Oh
Good, man.
boy. I mean, it fits Miami.
I mean, if you won't get injured a lot, I'd be willing to take Kawhi Leonard.
Nah, he not going down there. He like it where he could you know,
No,
chill
you
on the
like it where you can
sideline
get
and
free money.
pick yourself up.
You like it where you can get free money. So if he's
Yep.
willing to play, then I'd gladly take him. He's 33.
Mm-hmm.
He's still a big guy. So then the Clippers will be with nah, man. Nah, they won't. Never mind. How about Kentavious Caldwell Pope from the Magic? I don't think the Magic will be willing to trade anybody to us, but I'd be willing to see it. But either way, man, I'm tired of talking about the Heat. They're not gonna do anything anyways. I'm just here being a better GM. So
That's, just get the game, man. Get them a try. They'll do something. The Miami Heat will do something.
well, yeah, they're gonna do
And
something,
who
all right.
knows? Y'all might just turn it around and beat just like my Cavs.
Oh man,
You never
comedian.
know. I mean, this probably would have never happened if y'all would have gotten Mitchell. But that's here and
Or
there.
Dame. Mitchell or Dame, because they were both offered to us,
That is true.
but we just didn't want to give up
But
Hero.
yep. But that brings us to an end of our pod sports edition. Take us out, section. Just not like how the Magic did you.
All right, let me tell you something right here, man. Well, I already know we're gonna be shit. Don't rub it in, all right? It's gonna be one of the worst heat seasons we're gonna see in a long time. All right, but thank you for watching, everybody. A very productive stream. Talked about the Eagles and the poverty heat and the Cavs and the Magic. But it's been a good stream. Definitely not stressed over here or anything, but thank you all for tuning in and watching. Please like and subscribe, turn on notification bell. And again, let us know anything in the comments you want us to talk about. This is Section signing out.
You can follow the After Hour Pod on Instagram, X, and TikTok at the After Hour Pod. You can follow me on Instagram, X, and TikTok at Mr. Productions. You can follow Section at
Section J on Instagram and Twitter.
We'll see y'all next week. Unlike the Magic.
Yeah, we will.